Hello and welcome to another recording from my channel. This will be a gameplay on the Planet Crafter. We'll start a new game. We'll just do the standard and standard. So as you can see, there's an easier, harder, and then a hardcore. We'll just start with standard so that we can actually see the basic gameplay. And these are different areas on the planet where you can land, or you can just have the standard landing, which is basically middle of the map, I'd say. So let's see what we can do. Load that one. We'll see if we can play through the entire storyline. Okay, so we have just crash landed. First steps: craft, equip, craft, equip, craft. Okay, so let's see. I can't click on those to see what they mean by crafting those. Let's have a look. We have no ingredients, so they want us to craft this. We need 2 iron. I believe they wanted to craft this, another iron, a magnesium, and a cobalt, and chips. So basically 2 magnesium, at least 1 silicon. Oh, sorry. So to get to that, you click on it. To click out, you just hit tab, and you'll go back out. Hit tab again. You'll go into your backpack options. Okay, so basically, once you pass this threshold, you will be out without oxygen. You'll see in the bottom corner, our oxygen will start to drop. Okay, so not all the items are mineable. So with this, you just have to get the pointer on there and hit the left mouse key. I'll probably get a bit closer. Okay, so I've got the 2 iron I need. 3 iron. It's 2 cobalt. What's this white thing? Nothing, that's ice. Yep, ice. Need that for other things later on. You can see my oxygen's dropping pretty quick. Don't need any of this just yet, but we will need that to build things. So we'll grab one of those. Grab another ice and another cobalt. I can't see the magnesium here just yet. I think that right there is magnesium. To run, you have to hit shift. I forgot to check in here. Okay. Okay, so we have some food, some seeds, and an oxygen capsule. Okay, so hit tab to get out. Let's tab on this. Tack. Make one of these. Okay, so go to the tab, pick this up, and oh no, just left click. Yep, left click on it, and as you can see, it's made an extra run. So when you upgrade this to level 2, you've got to take it out. So when you take it out, you just remember that you'll lose these 4. So if you have any resources in here, they will just drop to the floor, but you'll keep the first 3 lines. Okay, so let's see if we can make anything else. Magnesium and silicate. I'll make one of these just for the sake of having it available. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. So let's go find some magnesium and silicate. Okay. Silicate, Maggie, silicate, silicate. Okay, I want to get another magnesium or a couple more magnesium. Oops, that's magnesium, I think. Yep. Okay, one more magnesium just so I know I'm ahead in the resources I need to collect. What do I have in space? So I could just grab any other random stuff. So I'll grab some more ice because I know we need that for building later on. But basically we need everything for building later on. So what you want to do is, keep an eye on your oxygen for one thing. Okay, let's see, I think I dropped. Yeah, so I dropped to half my resources, but I believe there's a storage crate out there with them in there. As you can see, there it is. So we just click on this and we just transfer and it's gone. I'll grab 2 more things. Let's have a look at what else is out here. These are the 2 closest things. We'll just get this sorted and then we'll head back to the pod. My understanding is on hardcore, if you die, you actually have to start the game again. On intense, I think you probably lose more resources and don't actually get them back. Okay, so I want one of these to increase the amount of oxygen I can have. So let's see, that went from 100 to 145. Construction chip. And that can go over there. And let's see, what else can I? Deconstruction chip. I've got some water for backup. I might make another one just because I might not have the ability to run around and get the resources straight away. And then we will build that just for the sake of having it. And then we'll put it there. And we'll put the rest in here for now. This sorts the order of things, so if you just dump random things in there, you just hit that and we'll reorder it into the, I think it's alphabetical. Not quite. Or maybe it's food and then it's alphabetical. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have to do next? We have to craft a living compartment. How do we do that? I believe you have to use your mouse scroll key to roll. And as you can see, if I roll up or down, it goes to different things. So if you were to accidentally tap on a building piece, it would disappear. But with the hammer, it would actually build it. Then you hit tab again. Nope, not tab. Q? Q, and then it should show you all the things you can build. As you can see, there's only a couple of things here. But once you build the machines that help terraform the planet, you'll actually unlock things at different levels. So let's have a look. We want to build a compartment, so we need 2 iron and a titanium. And I've got titanium in there, but let's just go get more. Also, if you're going to run, you will actually use oxygen faster. Okay, that red rock, I wasn't sure if that was a rock or just a red rock. Okay. Okay, where's your titanium hiding? There's one right there. Okay, there's one right there. And as you can see, I'm getting further away from the builder, the escape pod, but I am going to build a outpost up here, which will help me breathe. So let's get that here. Where are you? Why won't you green up? There we go. Want to put a door on that, and then we'll just hop in there and get some oxygen. Okay. Then we want to build one each of the equipment. So we want to build a drill which releases pressure from the core. Gives it, and as you will see in the top right corner, the terraforming index, the number will slowly start to go up once I've built the power. Iron, let's have a look. Is there an iron close by? Okay. Building a power supply does not seem to be on the... There we go. That's power right there. Machine's working, and in the top right you can see my TI is now 1. It will slowly go up. As I add more and more things, it will speed up. And then as you, as the terraforming index goes up higher and higher, you'll actually unlock more buildings. So iron silicate, iron silicate, iron silicate. Magnesium. Okay. So I'll need at least 3 of these. We're close enough. So after this first video, I may actually just not talk while I'm collecting resources, and I'll just click resources and fast forward the image so you can actually see that it does actually take a lot of work to get to where you need to get to with the resources. I don't think I need any more silicon. I want to focus on iron and titanium. And I'll head back to the base. Hydration low, so again, I think the harder levels you don't get a warning about your hydration, so you have to keep a closer eye on that. And I've already died from lack of oxygen because I was too busy looking around. So you've got to be very careful. Okay, so these click to the wall. Okay, so I haven't made any plants to create oxygen. I haven't created any heating devices to create heat, but I'm releasing pressure from the core, and that's slowly going up. So this will add to all those to make this number even bigger on the bottom. What's this? Okay, I've got to build that on something. Let's just build a little crate, because I'm going to have to be... Oh, sweet, they've made it click in place. Before it was just you could place it anywhere. This one, they've actually updated that to make it click. That's awesome. Okay, so even with this, I believe, again, it depends on if they've changed it. You should easily be able to open up the crate. And also, when you're clicking on the crate, make sure that the hammer is in destruction mode, because you can accidentally destroy it. And again, I'm just going to build it, put it back. Let's see if I've got enough resources for that last. One more magnesium. Water, right click, and we'll fill you up. I'm going to need more of you anyway, so get that. Get that. Get that. How much space? I've got 4 more. So, actually I might have to grab one ice just so I've got an extra water on me. So that's 1, 2. What was that? Oh, an asteroid shower. Or meteor shower, depending on the contents. I can only assume you can get hit by these, so be careful. They don't last very long, so when they do happen, I'd suggest you get inside. That was damn close. Okay. Let's get back in there. Where I'm getting stuck, I'm hitting the space button to jump, just to jump up a little bit so I can get a better footholding. Okay. Okay. I think I'm using more power than I'm generating, so I think everything just went dead again. There's a light, but there's no... Oh, there's no air. Oh, there's no wind, sorry. Let's see if I can get another one here. As you can see, you can't build them right next to each other. You've got to put a bit of space between them. And there we go. There's enough to make them move. So, what's the next thing? Heating. Keep it in tab. Heat. Iridium. Ah, that's where you have to go searching. Yeah, I don't think you can find that here. I think you can find it in other parts of the planet, and also in random blue crates that you come across. So, the thing where I was building the backpack is this. You can actually build one of these here, so you don't have to keep running back to the pod. And let's just make that arrow face out. That's a good thing that put the arrow there, because sometimes when you placed it, you couldn't really tell which way it was facing. Let's see, can I build... Ah, so I've unlocked the exoskeleton. That wasn't there earlier. So let's have a look at the... I think it's this one here. Yep, as you can see, it's unlocking things as it gets higher. Where the exoskeleton is, I don't know. So I need to get to 300, 1000, so on and so forth. And as you can see, it keeps going bigger and bigger and more powerful. 36 million, I think. I'm not entirely sure how to read that. 38 from here. Again, I don't know where the exos. There's the. Oh, maybe as they unlock, they disappear from here, so it doesn't actually show you. So I can only assume the exoskeleton was up the top or down the bottom, because again, as you unlock this, you unlock things, then you unlock things where you got the oxygen going, and as you add these three together, this will go up, and these will unlock when you have all three of those working together to unlock these. Again, hit tab, get out of there. Meteor shower's already finished. So what did I want to build? I wanted to have a quick look at the recipe for exosuit. Titanium and silicon. Now, I think I saw silicon just out here somewhere. It's a Maggie. I was wrong. I got that now. Now I need a silicon. There you go. I'll keep unlocking. So we'll have a quick look to see if those blueprints are still in the system or if they've deleted since it was built. And we'll also see if we can actually make it with the resources we have. Yep. Oh no, there it is. It's unlocked. So where did that exoskeleton come from? Okay, so what do we need to upgrade that to a level 2? We need a tank and silicon. So you need at least 2 silicon, 2 titanium, and 3 magnesium. Let's have a look. Did I put anything in here or did I just build it? Just built it. Let's have a gander. Let's transfer all of that in there so that we can find other resources. Also, if they haven't changed it, if you've got a full inventory and the blue crate is full, you can't mix and match. You have to have one empty space to transfer one item into. So you may have to drop something, but when you drop it, it stays at your feet, and you can just pick it up again afterwards anyway. So, iridium. Actually, again, with the asteroid or meteor shower, the iridium might be landing with it. So I do think uranium, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, was dropping with asteroids in the beta testing. Silicon. Titanium. Oop. And I'm full. Ooh, might have been quicker to run back to the pod. So when your oxygen does run to 0, you do actually have like a few seconds while you're blacking out to actually get back. There you go. Okay, so do I have enough to build? Do I have any magnesium? I think magnesium was the thing I was short on. Oh, awesome. Okay. So I'll get rid of that. Don't need that just yet. Get that in there. Don't need that just yet. Get that in there. Let's see. Can I get rid of... I'll have to build another crate because if I... Actually, no, I'll show you. Tab. If you take the backpack off. See in the background you saw those things flying around. Oh, where's the backpack? Yeah, the backpack fell on the ground. Oh, there it is. See, I can't even pick it up because my inventory is full. So if I go to the tab, get rid of one of those, pick up the backpack, put it back on, got another run of buildable, collectible area. So I have everything. Let's take the oxygen tank off. Let's go in here and upgrade it. And again, it was 145. Let's put it back in. 200. So it went up 45 and then it went up 55. And again, you can have more than one air tank. So if you wanted to just build a couple of these, so that even 2 of them really, because you can just also you can build a level 1, 2 level 1s, then build a level 2, and go 2, 3, and then 3, 4, or whatever the levels are. And then with the backpacks, it's a little different because if you take it off, it's going to disappear. So you can either have 1 and 1, make it 2, then 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and then change it out just swap them out and just pick up what you drop straight away. But all of this stuff here, you only need one of, just to get the hand tool to work. And these you have to build constantly just to make sure that you have oxygen when you're out and about. Like drinking the water, you right click that when you're out, your oxygen tank will refill. Okay, so we have what now? That we need 250. What are we up to? Does it show it here? Does not show it here. We're about halfway to another unlock down here. And 300. So what I'm going to do right now is probably fast forward myself running through the area, simply because I may be having to look for a while to get some iridium to build the heat source. Okay, so I want to get rid of that. And do I want to pick anything out? I want to pick that up. Got the silicon, got some iron. I think that's all I need to build another outpost. 2 and 1, 3 and 2 and 1. 3 and 2. 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome. So I can build another one of these little boxes somewhere. And I know for a fact there's something up here behind these rocks, and if you go that way there's a cave network, a pillar network, and in here is like a canyon, and in behind here is another network. So we just keep running in this direction until we get low on oxygen, and we'll build another outpost. Okay, so over here you can see a blue crate has fallen out of the ship during the crash. So let's go have a look at this. Okay, I'll take the food and I'll eat it. And as you can see, the food hasn't gone all the way up, it's only gone a little bit of the way up. What's this? That's that alloy you'll need for superior buildings. Blueprint, use this blueprint screen to unlock. Ooh! Okay, maybe it's stuff you can't actually build. So when that's empty, you put your build tool to destruct, and you can actually get some resources from the actual crate itself. And I think I'll build right here because oxygen warning. Why is it floating? Okay, why aren't you locking in? There we go, and we'll just jump up there and get some oxygen. And again, we'll see what it takes to build one of these. So I need a silicon. So I don't have to run all the way back to the other pod or the life pod. I can just keep building little bases like this around until I can get a bigger building going. And we will... Oh, did I grab magnesium? Damn it. On silicon. Okay. Can I grab anything else from here? I can. Let's take as much as we can. Let's get this sorted. And again, this will just save you time in the future. If you just build a little outpost like this with a couple of crates, you can really get yourself a safety net, basically, a chain of shelter so you don't die off. So let's go have a look at here and see if we can get rid of the rest of this. We'll take all of that and we'll deconstruct that. And we got 1 iron from it. Okay, so I'm right near the cave. Oh, they've changed it. I think there was an entry here. Must be... I think there was an entry in 2 sides, so they've probably covered one up and left another one over here. So we'll come running over here for the iridium, I think it was, the red one. Again, I don't think it's in here. I think it's for, like... I know in the canyon there was a lot of stuff, and as you can see, another crash piece. So what we'll do in the next video is we'll have a look at the crashes, or some of the crashes if I can get to them quickly. Okay. And it's a decent sized area, but still it's... Oh, there's the second entry. I must have been confused. It's been a while since I've played. Let's see. Build another outpost if I've got the materials. I think I need silicon because I used it to make that other machine. If I need another silicon. Okay. Which is right about... Is that it? That's iron. That's silicon. Awesome. And as you can see, my oxygen's getting low again. So instead of running all the way back or trying to, just build another little outpost around here. Get back in there, get some oxygen. And once you get to a point where you feel like you can build a big base, what I'd like to do is like build a base up here, build a chain of these right across the map. It does take a bit of resources, but that way you can run across the planet without having to get oxygen. At a certain point you do have a lot of oxygen, you can actually run quite a fair distance to get resources without having to go back in. Okay, well, how many spaces? I've got 4 spaces. Okay, there is a resource in here that's not outside, but I can't remember what it is. I think it's oh, this is it? Aluminium or aluminum? There we go. Again, don't need it just yet, but grab 2 of those because I think that's what you need for the first. Because this, oh, you can get rid of them in here. Awesome. Those, and is there another? Yeah, red below right there. Okay, so I'm gonna run back to the first outpost. Oh, there's a whole iridium in here, so it must have been iridium, not uranium. Okay, so I'm gonna run back to the original outpost that I built and build a heating duct there. As you can see, you can't actually see the bases. So there it is right there. So later on you do unlock a beacon. You just place that near the front door of your base and you should be able to just run in that direction and get to your base within time. So as you can see, my oxygen isn't that far gone, but because I was stopping to pick up a couple of resources, I built that base a lot closer than it needed to be. But better safe than sorry, build it a lot closer than you need to, and even though I can make it all the way back without having to go in here, don't risk it. You might get distracted. You might go, oh, that looks pretty, and go looking for something and then run out of oxygen. Just focus on the task of getting back. Okay, so when I was doing the testing phase, they did have rainfall and water. I don't know if they give you DNA samples like they've got your seed samples. I don't know if they give you samples with animal life and fish in the water. That would be great if they did actually have a biology lab where you can make sure animal life, because an ecosystem needs animal life to function as far as I understand it. Okay, so what do I want to build? Do I want to build... No, I can't actually build that until I upgrade the backpacker anyway. So let's focus on building the heat. Silicon, I think that's the one thing I don't actually have. Okay, what's in here? Nope, don't want to rename it. I don't want to rename it. Okay, 1 silicon, awesome. So let's see what we can do with this. And rule of thumb basically is that an internal piece only? It is. You can only build these internally. I think the larger ones go outside. Okay, so as you can see with this, if the power... Well, I don't think it's gone dark, so I think... Maybe it has gone dark. Yep, there's no power going. Okay, there we go, and now you can see that the heat is at 1, and now for 2 and 2, or 2 and 3 make 5, so you can actually see that this total number is adding all of that together. Again, with the oxygen, I'm pretty sure that's an internal build. Iron. No, I took it all to build the other way. Let's go grab some iron. Maggie. Titanium. Iron. And I think the seed packet, I left it back at the escape pod. Okay, let's see. Can I build this? Yes, I can. Where can I build it? Right there. And I don't see, as you can see, it doesn't have an arrow. It doesn't matter which way it's pointing. It's circular. And here you can put the seed pack in from the other area. So let's go back to the escape pod. And I will finish filming once I've gotten this set up. Just so we can see all three working in conjunction. I thought I crafted all the screens. It's saying to craft a screen, but I'm pretty sure I've got them all. I want to take that, and I want to take as much as I can. I'll come back for the rest. What other screen do I need to build? I'll have to double check that when I get back. Craft screen progress. Okay, and as you can see, I'm only at 185 Ti. I need to get to 175,000. So I'm going to have to build a couple of these. Power's out again. Okay. No iron. Let's see if I can just get rid of some of this. Put it in here because I want to make that all cobalt for now. So if I get all that in there, I'll click that. Put that in here so I know which one's which. Cob. Enter. This is just random for now. So I've got the seeds. Let's put the seeds in here and you'll see a little plant start to grow. There you go. And it will just, over time it will start to grow. And again, you can see that it's consuming 0.35 energy and producing 0.15 oxygen when it's powered. I need to grab some more iron to power that. Okay, oh, another crate. Let's have a look. Collect all that. Some iron. Let's put that way. Okay, so let's go back and build 2 more wind turbines for now and another storage crate. Now, I don't know if they only stop when you run out of power or if there's an actual wind cycle on the planet. I'm not sure if they've updated that part of it. Okay, and one more crate to put all this extra stuff in. Yes, it should fit right there. Okay, so let's transfer as much of that in as possible. Take the water, take a food, and what's in here? A bit of everything. Let's sort that out, make it a little easier. Okay, so again, you want to wait for the hydration level warning. So once you get to a certain point, you've got the resources, you've got a small base set up, you've got everything kind of going as you want. You want to keep 1 food and 1 water bottle on you at all times. That way, if you're out and about and you're running out of food or water, you just use it. But the food, once you get about halfway, you can have it just to boost yourself back up. But the water, you want to wait for the hydration level warning. That way, you don't waste a lot of water. Okay, and until you can get the atmosphere to a certain level, ice is the only way to get water, and it can be a little bit harder to maintain. So where'd that blue crate come if I went straight ahead or down over? I think it was these rocks. Let's have a look over here. So let's get some more ice for the water. You always want to have a couple of these set up. Silicon is one of the things I kept running out of. Was it over here? Iron and titanium are the 2 main building materials you're going to need for almost everything, especially if you want to build a big base. You're going to need a lot of iron and titanium and silicate, possibly cobalt if you want windows. Okay, how much space? I've got plenty of space, but I don't know where that blue crate was. Okay, so I'm gonna... I think I'll go to the crash sites next, like I said I would, but after that I might start building a bit of a base. And there you can see, here, behind that rock, is another crash section. Behind there's a crash section, and I think there's one in behind here. and another one over here. I don't know if they've added more, but there was 4 that I can remember running into. And before you go into the crash section, you are going to need the deconstruct option on your multi-tool. So let's get up here, let's get in there and see if we can get our oxygen before we die again. Okay. So even without power, like I hadn't even built any power sources yet, this thing produces oxygen somehow. And as you can see, the plant's growing. With these seeds, there are flowering plants and vegetable plants. So you can actually start building a grow pod. Again, I don't know where that is. Oh, there you go. Always make sure that your multi-tool is not on destruct. Okay, so I don't know what happened there. Okay. So what am I looking for? No, locker. No. Food grower. So you need 12,000 or 120,000 pressure to get. Actually, no, it's got to be more than that. It's got to be like a 12 million, I guess, because that's only at 100. That's at 1,000. It's got to be. Ooh, let's say 12 million. Okay, what else can we do before I log off? So we've built 1, 2, and 3 bases. You will want to build a base pretty much at the entry of the ship crashes, because it does take a couple of trips throughout to get the resources if you've got low, a small oxygen tank. It does actually take 2 or 3 trips to go through everything. Just got to pick the resources that you really need. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I don't really know what else to show with the basic startup. Like, we've done base or outpost building, I'd say, not really base building. With these, you can see that I've tried to maintain started to maintain a stockpile, even though I don't need a lot of cobalt right now. When I start building the base, I'll need it, and also if I wanted to keep an oxygen tank on me at all times, I would need that as well. With this one, you can see that I can possibly leave the ice and the food packets in there, and I can just, food. Enter. Oh, sorry. So when you look at the crate here, you just hit the left mouse button, basically the enter button on this sort of gameplay. Take all the food out of here. Tab. Click on this one. Put all the food in there. And as you can see, I've got enough food, and once I've transferred that into water, I've got enough food and water to maintain myself for a couple of hours, possibly. Get to a point where the terraforming index is high enough, you can actually start growing your own food. But as you saw with the crates that I was finding randomly, there was a bit of food in them, a bit of resources that you don't normally find very easily. And there's the crate right there. You can see a lot better in the daytime. So we'll just click that, and I think that should be it. Oh, no. Oh, that's another thing. If you go to deconstruct it, it'll actually say something's in there. So just click on it, take all the resources, deconstruct. I think we'll head up there first, because that's the first main part that you find, because it's right close to the drop pod and everything else is further out. So if you look at it, concentric rings going out, that's the closest thing to investigate. So I hope this was helpful. If you think I can do any improvements, please let me know. Again, I've played it, so I don't mean improvements in game building, I mean like in video content. Let me know. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Just be civil in the comments. Thank you. Goodbye.